The Commanders have signed wide receiver Michael Gallup. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Abdullah here coming at you with another video for the channel. And today, guys, I'm coming at you with some news. The Commanders have signed free agent wide receiver Michael Gallup, former Dallas Cowboy, came out of retirement. Let's talk about it. Is this a good move? Before I get into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And let's get straight to the video. So I don't know about the logistics of the deal. I just saw that the Commanders have signed him. Career year in 2019 with 1,107 receiving yards. 16.8 yards on average per catch, and six touchdowns. Former Dallas Cowboy, as we know, he was there with Dan Quinn, but Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator, so really probably not much communication when his time when they were both in Dallas. The Commanders signed former wide receiver Michael Gallup. He gives Washington a vertical threat after departure of De'Ami Brown. He did have some nice seasons. 2018 had 507 yards. 2019, that's when they broke out. 2020, 843 yards. 2021, 445 yards. 2022, 424 yards. And 2023, 418 yards. I think he suffered that injury in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. It was a torn ACL or something torn, which is very serious. He was out for a while. And then I think he signed with the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken, but then eventually retired. 6'1". We mentioned it, the vertical threat. I don't see this as I like this move. Again, depth at the wide receiver room. You already have Terry, you brought in Debo, Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey, and now Michael Gallup. I think everyone's, at least in the organization right now, way more comfortable with this wide receiver room now compared to last year going into the season. And who knows, maybe he might not even make the team. Could be like a Martavis Bryant situation with the team had going into last year with him playing the preseason and just not making the team. So I think this is a good move. Again, Michael Gallup, a guy that can take the top off the defense at times. I know people are calling him washed, but you're playing with Jaden Daniels here, and it says right here that he retired last year because he just wasn't in the right headspace, but believe he has a lot of fire remaining in him, which is good. I think 29, 30 years old. 6 seasons with Dallas, he caught 266 passes and averaged 14.7 yards per catch. He did not play last season. So again, this means something if you're coming out of retirement and playing for a guy like Dan Quinn. It means you're building something. It means you want to win, and you want to win now. And for Michael Gallup, a guy that could potentially maybe fill that wide receiver three spot, but I see him at like a low four. Because again, it might take some time to get used to, because being away from football for a year takes some time to catch up. But I love this move, man. I don't know about you guys, but it was kind of this was something that people talked about. Again, the connections with Dallas, with him and Dan Quinn. Michael Gallup and I'm looking at X right now. Michael Gallup and Washington's momentum in the game to play with Jaden Daniels. I want to get behind that train. So again, when you have an elite quarterback or a superstar potential, or maybe even just a superstar right now, I'll call him, and Jaden Daniels, people want to go play with you. And that was the report, and at the trade deadline that players want to play with Jaden Daniels. And for Michael Gallup, this is something that just again n now I don't know if they're going to draft a wide receiver in the draft, maybe late in in the seventh or whatever draft pick, sixth or fifth round if they end up getting any more draft picks. But I think right now receiving room is competent. I think now it's a lot about edge rusher, a lot about defensive line, running back, maybe getting a running back in the third by Bashaw Tootin from Tech. I'm still thinking about him and how he could be a threat here in DC, but we'll see, Ben. But Michael Gallup is a Washington Commander. I remember, I think in 2018 he had like a long touchdown against it was Greg Stroman when they were the Redskins at the time, and it was that game when Preston Smith knocked the ball. Oh no, Ryan Kerry knocked the ball out of Dak Prescott, and Preston Smith scored a touchdown. That was the Doink game. That was a while ago, but yeah, it's been a while, and I think obviously you can make the argument that he's washed, but he's shown he can be very productive, and even with a down year after coming back from injury, who knows, playing with a guy like Jaden Daniels, playing with Dan Quinn, a guy that he had ties with, it means something else. And maybe if the defensively, if there's so much emphasis on Debo and Terry McLaurin, maybe it opens up opportunities for guys like Michael Gallup or maybe even Noah Brown. But this is gonna have to see how interesting this offseason goes and how their training camp and preseason I can't even talk right now. Preseason performances are with at least Gallup, Luke McCaffrey, and Noah Brown. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Michael Gallup is a Washington Commander. Seems like he's ready to bring some competitiveness in the Commanders wide receiver room. Yeah, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Head of the Commanders.